evening and welcome to Corcoran's closing night performance of Matilda. Before we begin, we ask you to silence your electronics for the enjoyment of those around you. Also, please be aware that at the end of tonight's performance, after curtain call, we will reopen the curtain so that the cast photos may be taken. Thank you and enjoy the show.
My mommy says I'm the special little guy. I am a princess, I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky. My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome and strong as me. It's true he indulges my tendencies to bulge, but I'm his little soldier. Up, 2, 4, 3. My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc dropped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as tough or as strong as me. Has my daddy told you when he went in older, I could be a soldier and punch you in the face?
One can hardly move for beauty and brilliance these days. It seems that there's a million of these, 1 in a million these days. Specialness is de rigueur, above average is average, go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus that so many miracles don't render each one unmiraculous?
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. She says I'm a king, I have to cut her on the cream. But I'm a Bernazzani, so give me more cake!
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here.
She's clearly more emotionally developed than her peers.
What a dear!
Mommy, look at mommy.
You put honey on your brother.
Mommy is my
I think she thinks
We'll take another.
his school is what to see on his report. We'll have to change his school, the teacher's clearly falling short. So hilarious and insightful, might she be a little brighter than her class?
Oh yeah, she's definitely advanced.
Take another picture of our angels who looks lovely in this life.
Look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle, that I'm as tiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can be all cynical, but it's the truth of miracle. There's never been a miracle as miracle as me.
Now look, it's a 13-question over, Doctor. I put the playing to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood?
Ooh, of course I am. I always compete, Doctor, and this time I have a secret weapon. Rudolpho. He's part Italian, you know, very supple, and he has incredible upper body strength.
I think we need to have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Wind?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Am I? Look! Am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant!
What?
You're going to have a baby!
But I've already got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't that something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics!
baby, Mrs. Wormwood. A child. The most precious gift this natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A brand new human being. A life, a person, a wonderful new person is about to come into your life to bring love and magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell!
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind.
I'll push you in a minute!
Each newborn life a canvas yet unpainted. This still a broken skin, this a corrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is alive. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle. Miracle.
Where is he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, are you smoking a cigarette?
What? Oh, I'm deeply sorry, Doctor. This calls for a proper. Oh my word, he's an ugly little thing, isn't he, eh?
This is one of the most beautiful children I have ever seen.
Oh my good lord. Where's his thingy?
He's what?
His thingy! His Junior! His whatchamacallit! What have you done with his thingy?
This child doesn't have a thingy because...
What? A boy with no thingy! Look what you've done, you stupid woman! This boy's got no thingy!
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the biannual institute? It's finished! You missed it! Now, I have to go take an exchange for a boy. Now could we, eh? Ugh. This is the worst day of my life! Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this foul fluorescent light. And the gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the tarantella. Keep on, fella. I tell you no, not sat on hospital cotton with an ouching front bottom and this
Miracle.
horrible, horrible animal I have ever seen. I can't find his breaking beans.
Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is alive. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle. Miracle. Miracle.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. Look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Tom shot the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no cure for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle. Says I'm as turning you as shiny as a shiny miracle. You can be all cynical, you can be all cynical, but listen to the miracle, this miracle, a miracle as. My mommy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a bore. My mommy says I'm a jumped up little germ. That kids like me should be against the law. My mommy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouth girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population TV.
Yes, sir, that's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Are they good runners? Well, let's put it this way. You wouldn't beat them in a race. No, sir, yes, sir, absolutely, sir. They're very good runners, sir, now. Hey, look at this. She's reading a book. It's not normal for a 5-year-old, you know. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best at times. It was the worst.
No! No! Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories. I mean, who wants stories? It's not normal for a girl to be all thinking. I am going to call you straight. Will you please shut up? I am trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this? Don't look at me like that. It's your fault. You spend us into trouble and expect me to get off sacked. What am I? A flaming escapologist? An escapologist, he says. Well, what about me then? I've got this whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. You know, if you're an escapologist, then I must be an acrobat to balance that lot. Oh yes, the world's greatest acrobat. Now, I am off to cover my roots, and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man! But I am going to make us rich. Rich? How rich? Very rich. Russian businessman. Very, very stupid. Now, your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
There, listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
That does not get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit brain. All I can say is thank heavens that Michael here inherited his old man's brains. Hey, son! Michael! Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight. This is your fault with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right? Huh. Right. You are off to school in a few days' time. You won't be getting right there. No. I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. Great, big, strong, scary woman she is. Used to beat me in the face. Throwing the hammer. Now imagine what she's going to do to a horrible, squeaky, little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off the bed, you little bookworm!
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say, subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. Innocent victims of their story. Like Romeo and Juliet. 'Twas written in the stars before they even met. That love and fate and a touch of stupidity would rob them of the hopes of living happily. The endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong, keep out of reach of children. Oil of Violet's hair tonic for men. Yep. In the slip of a bolt, there's a tiny revolt. The seed of a war in the creak of a floorboard. A storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest bite packs the mightiest sting every day. Starts with the tick of a clock, all escapes. Start with the click of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout, cause if you're little you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna take my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
In business, son, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success in business is...
Secret!
Yes, secret! The secret to my success is this. Oil of violet hat on it. For men. Now, stand back, son. Your old man's gonna go to work. That's the stuff right there. That's the bananas, alright. That's where it's at. Now, in business, a man simply cannot fail to get noticed when he looks like this.
Secret!
Your hair! It's green! Oh, good Lord, woman, have you started already? I don't even think it's 8:30 yet. My hair's green! What on earth did you do this for? Why do you want green hair? I don't want green hair, I didn't do anything!
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake.
Yes, that's exactly what you've done, you stupid man! My hair, my beautiful hair. Oh my good Lord! Got my deal with the Russians today. The Russians! Oh, what am I gonna do?
I know what you can do.
What is it? What can I do?
You could pretend you're an elf.
That's it. I can pretend I'm in. What are you talking about, you fool? The boy's a loony.
I'm a girl. Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Aww. Don't be disgusting. Go and creep on back to the little library of yours, you know. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Oh, Matilda! What a pleasure to see you. Here in the library again, are we?
Yes. My mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates when I go out. Dad, too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Oh, Matilda. Matilda. Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. Oh, and you tell them lots of stories like you tell me. Oh, I love your stories, Matilda. But that's not a hint or anything. But if you did have a story you wanted to tell me...
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you next week.
Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Honey. Good luck with the full story.
Miss Phelps, who was that lady?
Oh, that lady? That was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady was my...
Teacher, yes. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time...
Wait.
Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape any lock that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled it seemed that she could actually fly, fell in love, and got married. They performed some of the most spectacular feats together that anyone had ever seen. People would come from miles around, kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts, but not just to see their skill, their love for each other, which was so deep, it was said that cats would purr as they passed them, and dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town. In the evenings, they would go for walks to take the air. And each night, the children of the town would wait in anticipation in hopes of seeing the shiny white scarf the acrobat always wore. It was for them they knew they only had to cry, "Tricks, tricks!" and the great performers would instantly oblige with the most spectacular show just for them. But although they were famous, though everyone loved them and they loved each other, they were sad.
We have everything.
We have everything the world has to offer,
We
said the wife.
have everything.
We do not have the one thing in the world we want most.
But the one
We
thing.
do not have a child.
Patience, my love.
Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda!
But time is something no one is a master of. And as time passed, they both grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night, they would listen to the silence of the big empty house and imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sound of a child playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
The sadness drew them on to ever more dangerous feats, and their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so it was decided they would perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man.
It is called.
Said the husband, announcing to the world press who had gathered to listen with bated breath, "The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over sharp and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, and it is the most dangerous feat ever known to man." It is our destiny. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happens next?
I don't know. Not yet, anyway.
What? But I mean, isn't there a little bit more? Just a tiny bit more? Just a little bit more? Well, I do suppose your mother will be here. I'd love to meet her.
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
After your first day of school?
Mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess. I am a... Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel.
So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life as you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail, have been trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. But if I try I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bells. Like you I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, and if you cry will be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful. Why?
Did you hear what he said?
Just you wait for phys ed. What's phys ed? Physical education.
It's Trunchbull's speciality.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy said I would be the teacher's pet. School's really fun, according to my mom. Dad said I learned the alphabet.
The alphabet? You've got to learn to listen, kids.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life as you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail, have been trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. But if I try I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. Like you I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, or if you cry it will be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful. Why?
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just you wait for phys ed. Just you wait for phys ed. C.A.S.T, H.I.J.K, L-M-N-O-P, Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X. Why? Just you wait for phys ed.
Children, my name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day at school. Now, do any of you know your 2 times tables? Oh, Matilda, isn't it? Please stand up and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24.
Oh, that's very good, thank you.
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is 32.
Stop, good heavens, how far can you go?
Quite a long way, I think.
Could you tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
56. Yes, that is very good. Now this one is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it, but 2 times 487. Do you think if you took your time...
974.
I see. Let's leave maths for the time being and take a look at reading. Can anyone read this? Very well, my dear. We'd best leave it there. We don't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day now. Lavender?
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word.
Yes.
Matilda.
I can now read words.
Matilda, you can read words?
Well, of course. I needed to learn to read words so I could read sentences. Because basically, a sentence is a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Oh, yes, more than one. I love books. Last week, I read quite a few.
A few? In a week? My goodness, that is so good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tess of the Dubervilles, The Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, The Secret Garden, Crime and Punishment, and Cat in the Hat.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating, hands shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps they will wait. She's probably having a meeting or something important to be interrupted. If anything, caution in these situations is sensible. One should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Well, yes, Miss Trunchbull. In my class, in my class, that is, there was a little girl called Matilda Wormwood.
Yes. Matilda Wormwood, daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Wonderful man. Told me to watch out for the little brat, though. Says she's a real wart.
Oh, no, headmistress. I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinatum est magitum.
Bombinatum est magitum. Children are maggots! In fact, it must have been her that put that stink bomb onto my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thank you for suggesting
But I didn't... Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense. Haven't I just told you that she is a gangster?
But she knows her times tables.
So she's learned a few tricks.
But she can read.
So can I.
Miss Trunchbull, it is in my opinion that this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she is a shrimp, a squib, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just place her in with the 11-year-olds. What kind of a society would that be, honey? What about the rules? The rules!
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules. In my school, look at these trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer-throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, like hell! As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off or dream for a minute or two? You think I faltered or mended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt from the grunt I had practiced for many a month? Not a dot, not a jot. Did I stray from the plot? Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no! No, if you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children! 2, 3, 4!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, not to mess, you need to, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
And if you want to teach success, you don't need sympathy or tenderness. Just force the little squats to toe the line. Sing, Jenny! Ha, ha, ha!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, not to glory or need to, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I applied just one simple rule to hammer throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the valley line and tell it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
Well, I must tell you, headmistress, that I will do everything in my power to help this little girl, whether you like it or not. Of course, she's gone.
Stupid, nasty, sorry, great big question asking, how dare they speak to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are? Stupid, nasty, slimy, stinking Russians!
Oh, don't tell me. We're not rich.
It's the mileage. They took one look at the mileage on the very first car and told me that these cars were knackered. I told them that the reason the mileage was so high was a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
But of course it's not true.
So, you lied,
Of course I lied.
and they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair!
Your hair.
And what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
No, it's a lovely book, honest, you should read it.
She's got no respect this one. It's all books and stories.
Huh. Lovely. Is what I think that you're lovely.
No! It's a library book! It's from the library!
You show the little brat! Now get off the bed, you little stinkworm!
Do we have super glue?
Yeah, I think we might have some in the cupboard. Oh, ha! And while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy!
I'm a girl.
Done, kid. You're finished. Once Agatha Trunchbull decides that you are guilty, you are finished. The other day, she caught Jane Doe eating licorice all salt in the middle of class, picked her up by her ponytail, swung her around, and out the window she went.
That's not true. Don't listen to him. That didn't happen. He's trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, the thing she's going to put me in. Choking!
What's chokey?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. It's lined with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spice and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood. When the hinges creak and the door is closed, you cannot see squat, not the end of your nose. And when you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right, look. When did this happen?
20 minutes ago. Why?
Oh no! There she comes!
You had to hide! Quick!
Oh, don't! Please don't tell her, Arshil!
You! You separating spleen! Where is the maggot known as Nigel?
He's under there, over those coats. Where he's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh yes, you see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare but chronic sleeping disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling suddenly asleep without knowing or any warning at all. You see, he fell asleep, so we put him under our coats for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Yes. Narcolepsy.
He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Mom, is it time for school yet? Why, hello. What am I doing here? This is my bedroom at home. Hello, Miss Trunchbull. Amanda Fripp! Yes, Miss Trunchbull? What have I said about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails. But my mummy likes them. She says they make me look pretty. Well, then your mummy is a twat!
There she goes! She's coming in for a landing!
Is your name?
Matilda Wormwood.
So you're Wormwood. Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake! Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Yes, completely different cars, sir.
Now,
green hair. Oh, yes, it was National Green Hair Day. Yeah, that's right. A celebration of all the wonderful green things in this world, like lettuce and snot. Tomorrow at 1, absolutely, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Das Vidania. Now, that is how you... I'm going to leave this on. It looks like rain.
Did you see that? I didn't.
who is it?
It's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
I'm a bit busy right now.
Oh, it will only take a moment.
Oh, well, come in if you must. This is Rudolpho. Oh, it's not like that. See, he's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Ciao. Ciao. Parli italiano? Come stai? What? Who is this, babe? You know what droplets do to my energy flow?
Well, what do you want, Miss Chutney?
It's Miss Honey. You see, Matilda's in the bottom class, and as you know, children in the bottom class aren't usually expected to read.
Oh, then stop her reading then. Oh,
Don't
try.
fit into me hips. Don't waste this. Listen, Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant. And there's babes on fire here, please.
Look, Miss Hockey, I'm not in favour of girls getting all leather pants. A girl should care about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now look at you. And look at me. You chose books.
I beg your pardon.
I chose looks.
Excuse me. Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant. I calculate this.
Fantastico!
Mrs. Wormwood, Matilda has an incredible mind with
Her mind?
She could...
Her mind. You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You oughtn't blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people like people what are clever. It's very quaint. It's very sweet. But wrong. People don't like smarty pants what go around claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important, so you have got to be loud. Now you gotta learn to stand up and stick out from the crowd. Whee! A little less flat, a lot more ill. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brain, a lot more hair. A little less hair, a lot more derriere. Hey, Mom! No one's gonna tell you when to sit your push. Well, you got to like, don't hide it under a bushel. No one's gonna look if you don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't shout. No one's gonna care if you don't care. So go and put some highlights in your hair. Cause you gotta highlight what you got. In the head, what you got is not a lot. You gotta be loud. You gotta give yourself permission to shine. Stand up and be proud. Wait. A little less, a lot more sing. A little less shh, a lot more showing. A little less dressing like your mom. A little more ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Woo! I look nice. You don't. No one's gonna tell you when to wiggle your bum. Everybody loves a little something exotic. But learning a language is over the top. It doesn't really matter if you don't know. As long as you don't know, it would look it up now. The less you have to sell, the harder you sell it. The less you have to see, the louder you yell it. The dumber the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you trust it. You gotta get up. You gotta get up and be loud. Now watch this.
I've got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me, and another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharp and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the Acrobat sister, a frightening woman who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. She used to be an Olympic-class hammer thrower. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly, out came the Escapologist, dressed as usual in his tight and spangly costume, but there was no sign of the Acrobat, and no glimpse at all of her shiny white scarf. And instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he solemnly strode into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over sharp and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, has been cancelled. The audience gasped so loud that a passing airplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled because my wife is pregnant! Oh, Matilda! Silence. You could have heard a fly burp. Then suddenly, out came the Acrobat, and the audience roared in appreciation! The great feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour.
So it is a happy ending.
Forgotten by everyone, that is, except the Acrobat sister. When all had quieted down, she produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall.
No!
Are you paid for the posters, publicity, catering, toilet facilities? If I give the crowd back their money, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over sharp and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, shall be performed, and performed this day, or off to prison you both shall go.
No, no, no! Well, what happens next?
I don't know. Not yet. I can tell you tomorrow.
What? But I don't think my nerves can hold up until tomorrow!
Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anything.
No! Matilda must be find out how it ends! And I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because, well, they both wanted a child so very much, and it must be wonderful child to be so wanted!
Yes, Mrs. Phelps. Wonderful. Goodbye.
I'm afraid I have not been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So starting tomorrow, I can bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You can sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, do let me know. How's it sound? Oh my, Matilda, that must be the big biggest hug in the world. I'm afraid you're going to squeeze all of the air out of me. Listen, I have a play I can show you right now. Would you like that? Have you ever read any Shakespeare?
Yes, I've read Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet.
Well, I have Hamlet right here. Very, very well then. We can go on to the next one.
Matilda Wormwood! Where is Matilda Wormwood?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
So you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This plot, this foul carbuncle is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, and a member of the mafia. This morning, you slithered like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a piece of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray!
No, I did not! Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here with me all morning.
Defending the little spitball, are we? Well, this crime was committed before school was in session. Therefore, she is guilty!
Okay, look, all right, I took the cake. And I was honestly definitely thinking about owning up to it. Maybe. But the thing was I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good I scoffed it down too quick and now it's beginning to fight back. See?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a fiend. You are a crook. You are a thief. And I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the seventh circle of hell, child. And you shall be destroyed!
It was the loudest burp I'd ever done. The loudest burp I'd ever heard. The loudest burp I'd ever heard about. It was like the entire world went silent for that burp to exist. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted across the class. Past Alice, past Lavender, past Matilda, and now my great big beautiful chocolate burp, which now seemed to have a mind of its own, wafted full into the face of the Trunchbull.
You like my cake, don't you, Brucey?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, and I'm very sorry, but...
No. As long as you enjoyed it. That's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Globetrotter. It is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you.
That makes me so happy. Gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Globetrotter? Lost your appetite?
Oh, yes, I'm full.
No, you're not. You're not full until I say you are full, and I say that criminals such as yourself are not full until they have eaten the entire cake.
But?
No buts. You haven't got time for buts. Eat!
But I can't eat it all. My mistress will be sick.
Well, he should have thought about that before he made a pact with Satan to steal my cake! Eat!
I can't.
Eat!
Surely can't.
Eat!
Single slice, or even two, Bruce. Might've been nice, but even you, Bruce, have to admit that between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't. He totally can. You are the man.
Come along, Bogtrotter.
Where?
Oh. Did I not mention? That was only the first part of your punishment. There is a second part. And the second part is...
Sergei! What? No, headmistress, please, you can't! Yes, headmistress, please, you can! Do you honestly believe I would allow myself to be defeated by these maggots? Who do you think I am, Miss Honey? A weakling, an idiot, a fool? You! Headmistress, he's done what you asked. He's eaten it all. I ate it! I ate the law! I did it! Please don't put me in trouble, Miss Trunchbull! Please! No, not that!
To offer an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They are not nice things, and they are not right things. And I would like to state, guarantorically, that we do not want any children that might be here tonight watching this, going home, and trying these things out for themselves. Now, I am, obviously, talking about reading books! Ew! It's not normal for kids to behave in this fashion, and it wears out the eyes, stunts the brain, and makes kids ugly, stinky, fatty, sweaty, boring, gaseous, and, crucially, it gives them verrucas of the mind. Under no circumstances do we condone such behaviors, and we do so utterly and without reservoirs. Now, with a show of hands, how many of you fine ladies and gentlefolk have ever read a book? Oh! Ew! Now, hold on. Can you put your hands up again? Ew! What's your name? Speak up! Yes, you! Well, Rosemary. Don't take this the wrong way, but, bookworm! Stupid little bookworm! Read now the books like a stupid little bookworm! You read books like a worm! Worms are stupid! You're a swarm! Now, Rosemary will learn from that. Won't stop her from reading, but she'll never put her hands up in a theatre ever again. Now, may I present to you tonight the pinnacle of our achievements as a species, and the very reason we even bothered evolving after the unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a show, I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So Telly, if you bother to take a look, Rosemary, is the equivalent of like a lot of books. All I know I love from Telly, this big beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, baby, can love it just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter, folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise, it's only 3 minutes plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy turning the pages? 1, 2, 3, where we can sit happily on a lovely families, watching people singing, and talking, and doing stuff. All I know I love from Telly. Look at the Telly, you're smarter than man. You can tell from my big Telly just how clever of a fella I am. Take it away, son. Can't stupid book, ha! All I know I love from Telly, want to think and what to buy. Now I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin without having to really think on nothing. Why would we waste our energy trying to work out who that is when we can sit happily on a lovely balcony, watch people singing, and talking, and doing stuff. All I know I love from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever of a fella I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley, hush, she sounds smelly. Charlotte Bronte, do not want to. Jane Austen in the compost bin. James Joyce doesn't sound nice. Ian McEwan, I feel like spewing. William Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. Moby Dick. Hey! Easy, Grandma. All together now! All I know, I love from telly. That's not the man. You can tell from my big telly what a very clever fella I am. All right! Thank you very much. You've been wonderful.
Hello. I'm Agatha, by the way. Matilda's best friend. There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I played a big part in it. But I'm not going to tell you what happens because I don't want to spoil it for you. All right, look. What I do is I volunteer to get the Trunchbull a jug of water. And then... No! I do not want to spoil it for you. Well, on the way back, I find a newt. A newt is a really ugly lizard thing that lives in water, so I pick it up, and no! I do not want to tell you. I'm gonna put the newt into the Trunchbull's water. It's gonna be brilliant! When I grow up, I'll be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach, to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. bed late every night. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care, 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul around with you when you're a grown up. And when I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. And when I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that moms pretend that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't beg, 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow up, just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. When I grow up, even if I find myself in this story, it doesn't mean that everything is written for me. If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying I think that it's okay, and that's not right. Oh, Matilda, how lovely to see you. Are you enjoying school? Oh, yes. Bits of it anyway. Mrs. Phelps, where's the revenge section? Revenge section? Well, I don't think we have a revenge section. Why? Is there a child at school behaving like a bully? Well, not a child, exactly. Matilda, are you sure there's not some... Do you want to hear the next part of the story? Story! Did you say story? Oh, Matilda, what are we waiting for? Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wound her shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. For luck, my love, she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smile, for we have done this 1,000 times. But suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world, so tight he thought she would hug all of the air out of him. And so, they prepared for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great Escapologist had to escape the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other hand, and put out the flames on her specially designed dress within 12 seconds before the flames reached her head and blew her head off. I'm sorry. Go on. The trick started well. The moment the especially designed dress was set alight, the acrobat flew into the air. The audience held their breath as she hurled over sharps and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds. They watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. She began to reach her arms towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. The padlocks on the door pinched open and the huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Suddenly, the door flung open and the escapologist reached out one huge muscled arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Oh, I can't look. 11 seconds, and he grabs her hand and suddenly the flames are covered in foam before they can reach the dynamite and blow them both to pieces.
Hooray! So it is a happy ending.
No.
No?
No. Maybe it was the thought of the child. Maybe it was nerves. But the escapologist used a touch too much foam, and the hands became slippy, and she fell.
Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to have a child, but the effort was too great. Love our little girl, she said. Love our daughter with all of your heart. She is all we ever wanted. And then she died.
Ooh!
And things got worse.
What? Something can't get worse!
I'm afraid they did, because the escapologist was so kind that he never once blamed the Acrobat sister for what happened. In fact, he asked her to move in with him so she could help look after the child. And so, the little girl grew up with the meanest, cruelest, most horriblest form you could ever possibly imagine.
Let's call the police!
Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, right. Matilda, you're so smart. Your parents must think they won the lottery having a child like you.
Oh yeah, they're always saying that. In fact, they say, Matilda, we're so lucky to have you. Feel like winning the lottery. Yeah, I'd better go.
I'm so very, 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 very clever. I'm so very fine clever. What a very clever fella I am. Come here, you!
Stop, please. There's only one man I do that with.
Everyone gather around. I want my entire family to relish in my triumph. Not you, boy. 155 knackered old bangers on my hands. All polished up, but the mileage on the clock was telling the truth. That each one was, well, knackered. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each and every one backwards, now could I? Backwards! When suddenly, I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran to the workshop, grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car, turned it on, and whacked it into reverse. Backwards! Yes, my boy, backwards, exactly. Now, the drill on a motor whirls backwards thousands of times a second, and within minutes, I had reduced the mileage on that first rust bucket to practically nothing. I did this to every single part. Backwards!
Stop talking, darling, please.
10 minutes later, the Russians show up. Great, big, nasty-faced tapes, expensive suits, dark glasses. I don't know who they thought they were.
Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was badgers. It was a program about badgers.
Same thing. And? Did it work? Oh! Fantastico! Now I'll be able to afford Rudolpho all day long!
But that's not bad. You've cheated them. They trusted you and you've cheated them.
What's the matter with you? What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to go down to that library of yours and tell the old bag that you're never allowed in again.
What? No,
And if she does, I'll have her fired. And you'll never read another stinking book as long as you live. I'll stop your reading, young man. Now get in there and stay in there. you nasty little creep!
At night, the Escapologist's daughter cried herself to sleep alone in her room. She never said a single word about the evil aunt's bullying, but she did not want to create a fuss, so she suffered in silence. But this only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties, until one day she exploded. "You are useless, filthy, nasty little creep!" And then she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But on this particular day, the Escapologist happened to come home early, and when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open.
Don't cry, please don't cry, I am here, little girl. Please don't cry, dry your eyes, wipe away your tears, little girl. Forgive me, I didn't mean to desert you. Don't cry, little girl, nothing can hurt you, you've nothing to fear. I'm here. Have I been so wrapped up in my grief for my wife that I have forgotten the one thing that mattered to us most? I love you so much, my daughter, and I shall spend the rest of my life making it up to you. We shall be together forever.
Don't cry, Daddy. I'm alright, Daddy. Please don't cry here. Let me wipe away your tears.
Forgive me.
Daddy, forgive me.
To desert
I didn't want to upset you. Please, Daddy, don't cry. I'll be alright. With
Nothing
you by my
can hurt
side,
you.
we have nothing to fear. You're here. But when the little girl fell asleep, the Escapologist's thoughts turned to the Acrobat sister, and almighty rage grew within his great heart. This demon, this villain, this monster, she has sullied the memory of my wife. She has betrayed the trust of her own sister. She has shown cruelty to the most precious reality of my marriage. Bullying children is her game, is it? Well, let's see what this creature thinks she can do when the wrath of a grown man stands before her. And then he left. That was the last the little girl ever saw of her father, because he never came home. Ever again.
Matilda, I got you more of those books that we spoke about, so if you like...
What are you doing with those books, woman?
Well, they're for Matilda.
No, they're not. Not on my watch. There was an age for reading, an age for being a slimy little toad. And these are toads. Only Bog Trotter here is now a good toad. Aren't you, Bog Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Sit! It has become clear to me, honey, that you have no idea what you're doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories, and that is not teaching. To teach the child, you must first break the child. Quiet, maggots!
Miss Trunchbull, nobody's speaking.
Miss Honey, please remember that when I say, quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Where is my jug of water?
I'll get it,
we toughened you up with a bit of phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggots, when I'm speaking! Reeking with a most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I don't, oh too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your britches this headmistress finds this foul odoriferousness wholly olfactorily insulting. And so to stop the stenches spread, I find a session of phys ed sorts the merely rank from the revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating, and it won't be long before I start the poem of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold! Hold! Just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, of resistance, the palm of dissent, the fall of mutiny in action. Before a weed becomes too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in a bud. Position 2. Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. A whip of insert, the palm of dissent, the font of prepubescent protest, the funk of defiance, the odor of Q, the waft of anarchy in progress. Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for scheming. Some double-time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. Alright, let's figure it out now. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering. In history, the chattering and chittering, the nattering and twittering is tempered with a snattering of discipline. We must begin insisting on rigidity and discipline, persistently resisting this anarchistic mischief, these minutes you are frittering, on pandering and pitying, but it's a lines like deciduous for discipline. The simpering and whimpering, the dribbling and the spitting, the miss I need a tissy with an issy we can fix. There is no mystery to mastering the art of classroom mistressing. Discipline, discipline, discipline. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of prepubescent plotting, the whip of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of moral fiber rotting. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine, come on, try it. The peace and the quiet, a burbling stream. Now imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats with his mind. And he says, don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them throw them away. If you find your way through, they'll be waiting for you, singing, "Nay! Nay!" She's mad. Aha! And there, just like I said, the stinking maggot rears his head. Even the squiddiest, piteous mess can harbor seeds of stinkiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than that smell of rebellion? That stench of revolt, the reek of are pathetic. You are wet. You are weak. You are, in fact, sniveling little.
What is it?
Newt. Newt. Newt.
Oh, it's disgusting and dismaying.
Let's give it to fight! I bet it's poisonous!
Quiet, children, please.
You.
What? No, not me.
Corcoran! You did this, you vile little malicious sinner!
Ow! Stop! Miss Trunchbull, you're hurting him!
Well, Miss Honey, you see, I found in my many years of study that the incidental words do not fall off. Instead, they stretch. In fact, I think I can feel this one's stretching now!
Ow! Please, stop!
Leave him alone, you big bad bully.
How dare you? You are not fit to be in this school. You belong in a prison, in the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. I shall have you wheeled out and strapped to a trolley with a muzzle over your mouth, and I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap you to a table and perform experiments on you. And all of these disgusting little worms will suffer the most appalling indignities because of you. Yes, you!
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red. It's how if we are travelling at almost the speed of light and we're holding a light, the light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right in a way, but I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind and vision, these stories delivered to me fully written, and everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting. The noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I just wish they'd stop. My dad and my mum and the telly and stories would stop just for once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right, but this noise becomes anger, and anger is light, and spurting inside me would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in the walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed, just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed into the eye of the storm. Come on, tip over, tip.
disgust me. Miserable excuses for children. And you, madam, standing there like a squid of squids. Oh, it's beating hot, but I am a match for you. And I tell you that there is nothing I shall not do. No length to which I shall not go. No punishment I shall not inflict. No finger I shall not stretch back. No ear I shall not... What is it? What is it? Get it off me. Get it off me! It's heading north. There's a noose in my knickers. There's a noose in my knickers!
Well, that was interesting. Look, I think we all better go home while we still have the chance.
Yay!
Matilda, what? I think it would be best that you go behind, please.
I move with my eyes. Am I strange?
How do you fancy a nice cup of tea?
frightened of. I think it has something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
So, I have so many brains that they have to squeeze out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but something like that, yes. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh, yeah, he's very proud. He's very, very proud. He's always saying, Matilda, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to have a daughter. Miss Honey, that's not true. He calls me a liar, a cheat, and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Well, yes, I am. Very. But I am even poorer than most because of other reasons.
Don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, no, they don't, actually. I am even poorer than most because, you see, my aunt used to be my guardian, but I was out walking in the woods one day and I came across this old shed. I fell completely in love with it. I ran to the farmer and I begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But, Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father, he died when I was very young. Magnus was his name, and he was very kind, but when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel like you would hardly imagine, and when I got my job as a teacher, she made me pay her back every penny. She wrote down every tea bag, every electricity bill, every tin of beans, and she forced me to sign a contract saying I'd pay her back every penny. She even produced a document stating my father had given her his entire house.
But you don't believe that. Magnus, I mean. Do you really believe he gave her his entire house?
I don't know, but I find it hard to believe, just like I cannot believe that he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I can't say that I know for sure, but all I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me real pathetic. I was trapped.
And that's why you live here.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table
it's perfect. 40. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can read, and I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. And there is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough.
Don't cry.
And when it's cold and bleak,
Please don't
I feel no fear. Even the fiercest storms, I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. Even when outside it's freezing, I don't pay much heed. I know that everything I need isn't here. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Miss Honey, was this your father's scarf?
Yes, it was. She gave it to him before she died. You see, she was an acrobat. And my father, he was
An escapologist.
Matilda, how did you know that?
So they were your parents.
What? Who?
The people in my story.
What story?
I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it up, but it's your life. I've seen your life.
You've seen my life?
Yes, she did him in. Let's go to the police.
We can't. We don't have any evidence.
But you could just tell them she did it.
That would never work. It would be my word against hers. They would never believe she was capable of murder.
But why? She was so cruel to you. She beat you. She locked you up in cupboards and threw you into cellars.
Tell the police!
Miss Honey, your aunt's a murderer. She killed Magnus. Who is she?
A contract is a contract is a contract!
It's Miss Trunchbull.
In this world, children, there are two types of human beings, the winners and the losers. I am a winner. I play by the rules and I win. And if, for some reason, I play by the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. Something is not working. And when something is not working, you have to set it right, even if it screams. What are you looking at? You. Today, children, this class will have a very special spelling test. And any child who gets even one word wrong is going to Chucky! You! Stand up. Spell newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. Miss Honey is too soft and peachy to be good with anything. Any idiot can see that. You! Stand up, turn around, and spell the one thing that you all are. Revolting!
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
She's cheating!
Of course she's not cheating, Miss Trunchbull. She's simply spelling the word.
These specks of dust cannot possibly be this clever. They are words!
Of course they can. I taught them with patience and kindness and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom, madam? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it to you. You! Snot-nose, filth-bog, stand up and spell Ancella and Comenial and the osteoporosis.
That's not even a word. You just made it up.
Spell! I'll go to Choki. And I must warn you, there are silent letters.
A-N-C-H-E-L-L-A.
Oh dear. Oh dearie, dear, dear.
K.
I'm so sorry. That was a silent Z. You're going to Chucky! Cat! C-A-S. Cat!
I spelled it wrong, miss. You're going to have to put me in Chucky.
What?
Dog. L-O-M. Dog. Me too. Table. X-A-B-F-Y. And me.
What's happening? Stop this.
You can't put us all in Chucky. Banana. G-T-A-A-B-L.
Stop this now.
Maggots. R-P-Q-L-3.
What? Stop this. I command you, stop! Snot nose! S-Y-P-Q-R-86-5! What?
Naughty. P-H-U-B-T-Y. Big Bad Bully. X56LMTY. Revolting.
You can't put this on in Chucky. You have to put this on in Chucky. Come now, maggots. You think I haven't thought of that already? I've been busy. A whole array of Chokis. Oh, yes. One for each and every one of you. And now that the spelling test is over, I can tell you that you have all failed! You see, children, in this world, there are two types of human beings. The winners and the losers.
Ah! The chalk! It's moving!
What?
Look, it's moving. It's writing something.
What the devil? Who?
Nobody! Nobody's home!
Agatha. This is Magnus.
No, it can't be.
Give my Jenny back her house!
No, stop this right now.
Then leave!
No, it can't possibly be Magnus!
Or I will get you!
No, stop, please!
Like you got me!
No!
Run!
No!
B-E-N-S-P-L, how we like it, but that's the wrong is right. N-O-R-T-Y. So we're a little naughty, so we gotta stay inside the line. If we disobey at the same time, nothing the Trunchbull can do. She can take our hammer and just take you. You didn't think you could push us too far, but it's not going back now. B-R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N. Revolting time! U-S-I-N-D. U-S-I-N-D. Run! B-R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. It is too late for you, we are revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting sun. It is too late for you. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting sun. It is too late for you. We are revolting.
The Escapologist and the Acrobat's daughter received a letter from a solicitor. It said that her parents' will has mysteriously turned up, and she is now the owner of a beautiful old house, which, up until that moment, has been owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She immediately moved in and was very happy, happier than she's ever been in her entire life.
And as for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again. The Chokies were immediately destroyed and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey! It sat the school was back in all the land.
And as for Matilda, well, she was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought perhaps it was because her mind was being challenged, but she told me it was because she no longer had a need for superpowers. But I would still find myself thinking about Matilda, this little girl who had done so much to help others, but was stuck with parents who were mean and cruel and called her names, and I would feel my blood boil. I just wish that there was something I could do.
And so this is the end. And I wish so much I could tell you that the story has a happy ending. I wish so much I could tell you that Matilda got the love that she deserved. But perhaps not all stories have happy endings.
Don't stand there, Goffin! We're going to Spain!
Spain? But why? Because this idiot, this dick, this twitch-brain thought it was a good idea to sell 155 naked elves bangers to the flaming Russian mafia!
Well, I didn't do any with the flaming Russian mafia, now did I? They're coming out, boy. Believe it, and we're never coming back.
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, well, I would love to take Matilda. If she would like to stay with me, that is. I would take care of her, I would treat her with kindness and care, and I would pay for everything. Would you like that?
You want me to leave my daughter here with you?
Dad, what did you just say? They'll be here any minute! Dad, you called me your daughter.
They're here, you idiot! I told you!
Quick, hide in the books! What if they damage my legs, my beautiful legs?
You are the Wormwood's daughter.
Yes,
Where is your father?
he's... I don't know.
The Wormwood is a stupid man, and being stupid he assumed that I was stupid too. And that is a very stupid and rude thing to do.
Yes, I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very, very stupid.
You know this. At least there is one clever one in the family. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda.
I like you, Matilda. You seem smart. Sadly, I don't often get to meet smart people like you. Most of the people I deal with, their thinking's all backwards. I даже доклади своего меренца солнца. Да, приятно познакомиться.
Спасибо, мне тоже приятно познакомиться. Вами.
Ты говоришь по-русски?
Не так хорош, как бы мне хотелось. Это кровистый язык, поэтому я буду стараться изучать его дальше.
Matilda, who taught you how to speak Russian?
Well, I taught myself, I suppose. You see, I was reading Dostoevsky, and I thought it'd be better to read it in the language it was written in.
I am Sergei. It is truly an honor to meet you. Your father has been stupidly rude to both of us, yes? I can very easily have one of my friends teach him a lesson. And one day, when he leaves hospital, he will still be stupid, but not so rude, I think. I give this as a gift to you. What do you say?
Although that is a very tempting offer, Mr. Sergei. He's my father, and I'm his daughter. I think I've had enough of revenge.
This little girl, this miracle, Matilda. No! Что ты делаешь?
Я думал, вы сказали «да».
Matilda, я сказал Matilda. Что ты велишь свободно?
Извините, господа.
Your father is a very stupid man. But he is also very lucky to have you as his daughter. Although, if I happen to be doing business around here again, and I see him, he will not be so lucky.
Stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes.
And what about you? You'll look after her?
Oh, yes, I will.
Well, we are a bit short on room. So, yes.
Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms, and Miss Honey hugged her back.
The Wormwoods.
Aunt Rudolpho!
As the Wormwoods and Rudolpho sped off into the distance.
Because they had found each other. Yes, they had found each other.
pictures, yeah. We'll probably talk.
I've seen you dance. Maybe not.
Yeah, sure, why not? Mics are off. Not What's the thing that I have to take? No. I mean, like, I don't know. I suppose I have a bunch of things to say about it. I'll be there sometime. But actually, I'm going to see when they come out on
I can't be up all night.
So I've actually videotaped every single show since I've been here. I can't believe the outline because I also record all the audio for it, but I never kind of record it. I just put up whatever I have. Probably a day. Like, I'm from a professional. So I have it, like, every, like, yeah, everything's just all done here.
I see Abby, I might be able to.
Okay. Sure.